Today I'm at Drayton Manor theme park. Welcome to the United Kingdom Attraction Channel. Yes, hello and welcome to the United Kingdom Attraction Channel. It is the 30th of July 2021 and we are here in a very, very wet and soggy Drayton Manor. I'm right beside the waterfall, which is next to Stormforce 10, the log flume here at Drayton Manor. I'm in the new area which is called Adventure Cove. It has opened today. It is the first day of operations here at Adventure Cove. If people have been to Drayton Manor before, Adventure Cove is where Stormforce and Shockwave are currently. Shockwave is the stand-up coaster which is behind me there. It had a brand new colour scheme. I say a colour scheme, the station has had a brand new colour scheme. Shockwave itself is still the same blue colour, a darker blue track with a lighter blue support. But the station is looking really, really good. I'll try and get some footage of that later. Touching on the rest of Adventure Cove, they have their very own radio station, so it's going to be really good to actually hear that and see if it's actually a live radio station or if it's, there goes Shockwave. Can I get some footage of that for you? But we'll definitely be getting some footage of that today and hopefully get a ride on it as well. I'm really looking forward to that. A new ride is also the Wave Swingers, which is over there. It's just a basic swing ride great for a family attraction here at Adventure Cove. It is definitely catered to the family. However, with Shockwave here, it's got that extra thrill, which is really, really good. We've also got Stormforce 10, which is behind us over there. You can just see it there. Stormforce 10 is the log flume here at Drayton Manor. It's a really good log flume. You do get absolutely drenched, which I think I'm going to get absolutely drenched today without even going on Stormforce today. But hopefully it's going to be a really good day. Hopefully it's going to dry out later and we'll get on some rides and attractions. Drayton Manor is also home to a zoo. I won't probably be doing the zoo today. I'm going to try and stay on the theme park side and hopefully we'll come back at a later stage in the year and also do the zoo as well. But I won't say never. I might touch on the zoo later on just to do an overview of the zoo. Back to Adventure Cove, Discovery Cove, that's in Florida, Adventure Cove. There was supposed to be a river raft ride, however that does seem to be shut off at the moment. It has been boarded off. I can just show you there. So this is the boards here. I don't think that wall is going to be coming down today, however I might be wrong. It'll be great to see that ride open. However, when I went on the website, it was not advertised. So that is a shame. I will ask maybe a staff member why that ride hasn't opened with the rest of the area, because it was advertised originally. So I will ask the staff member and hopefully get some information on that as well. But definitely a lot to do here at Drayton Manor. And we've also got Apocalypse, which I think is the best drop tower here in the UK. It gives you the fear of God when you go on that, and you can actually get it standing up and it tilts you forwards before it drops you, so that is really, 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 really scary. So we'll definitely get on that later on today as well, and hopefully get to that area of the park. So I'm trying to think what that ride was, which takes you completely upside down. It is honestly one of the scariest flat rides I've ever been on. You honestly think you're about to die. If the restraints came loose, you would literally be, that would be it. But I'm sure they would never come loose. They'll be really safe, really, they'll always be tested. Now I'm just looking at Shockwave now, it isn't open yet. The rides currently are supposed to open at 10:30. With the rain, I hope it is still 10:30. I am gonna put a disclaimer out there. I mean, the camera, you can see now all the raindrops on my face and on the camera lens. I will try and get as much footage as I can today. However, if it is going to persistently be heavy rain, unfortunately this camera does not go well in the rain. It is not waterproof, so I can only get the footage when it's dry, which is a shame. That is Stormforce 10 operating there, doing its test run, so hopefully we'll get on that later as well, probably for the last ride, so I'm not absolutely soaking for the rest of the theme park. So we're going to make our way hopefully towards Millstream, which is towards the entrance of Adventure Cove, and start and work our way around the entire area and get some great footage. So if you are coming down to Drayton Manor, you know what to expect. And like I said, I will try and get some information on the River Rapids ride, which doesn't seem to be opening today. However, it might be. The actual area is supposed to open at 12 o'clock noon today, so maybe the wall will come down behind me, the red wall there, all the fencing might come down, and hopefully we might get a ride on it. But if not, I'll try and get some a reason why it's not opening with the rest of the area. So we'll see you over at Millstream. Now I did say I was going to Millstream first, however Shockwave has just opened, so I'm going to head towards Shockwave now while the queue is low and get my first ride of it today. I might get multiple rides, hopefully I will. I'm not expecting a massive capacity day today. It is a Friday, so maybe people are holding off until the Saturday and Sunday, and also have seen the weather forecast and thought, nah, we're not coming today. So I'm hoping that this won't be my first and won't be my last ride on Shockwave. So we'll see you off the ride and hopefully get some great off-ride footage as well for you. So I've just come off my first ride of the day, and that was Shockwave. Wow, it's been a while. It's a really good experience if you've never been on a stand-up coaster before. It is an Intamin stand-up coaster. It is the only one in the UK, one of only two in Europe. I don't know how many there is in the world, but 2 in Europe, there's not many, so, and only 1 in the UK. So if you really want to get up on a stand-up coaster, you'll have to get yourself to Drayton Manor here in the UK to experience that. Touching on the theming, like I said, the track hasn't really changed. It's exactly the same colour. However, it goes really, really well with Adventure Cove's theming anyway, so that's probably why they didn't change it. And it's looking quite good. It didn't really need a paint, a repaint. It didn't really need that. However, the station was looking a little bit tired. It's looking really, really good now. You can just see it in the background. They have painted it up really, really well. Both outside and inside has been both changed. Theming, I mean, it's not amazing theming. I mean, the outside is really, really good. Inside, it's just sort of like a wooden sort of shed shell. They do have a few TVs, they've got a few signs, but it's nothing dramatic. So it's definitely a really good coaster with some limited theming. I'm getting sort of thumbs up there in the background, or funny faces should I say. Touching on the River Rapids ride, which I haven't got a name, I'm going to have to find a name for it. I haven't spoken to any staff members yet, however, while I was on the coaster itself, I did notice that it is completely drained of water, so it will not be operating today by the looks of it, unless they're filling thousands and thousands of gallons within seconds, which I highly doubt it. So that is a shame, because I was wanting to experience that for the very first time. It has been here before, and they did have to close it due to an incident at the park. So I don't know if they've changed the layout at all. I was never actually on it when it first operated, but it would be really, really good to get on it for a first time. This is not the case today, however, hopefully in the future I'll definitely be able to get on it. I am going to come back, like I said. I'm probably not going to touch on the zoo today. Gemma's a lover of zoos. Hopefully I'll come back with Gemma and we'll be able to touch on the zoo and get our first ride on that River Rapids ride as well. So I'm now going to head over towards Apocalypse at that end of the park to get my first ride on the drop tower this year. It does fill me with dread. It is the one ride I do not like here in the UK. I hate drop towers at the best of times, but I definitely hate Apocalypse. It is literally, it just plays with your mind. Honestly does. So I'll be dreading it all the way to the other end of the park. I'll be dreading that walk. You can actually see it from here, towering over the entire park. I think it is the tallest drop tower here in the UK. However, will I get this? I'm getting completely wordless if this is what it does to us. I will get the facts and statistics of Apocalypse on my way over, just to make us scared even more. But we'll see you over there. So I am standing outside Apocalypse now. I've got some facts and statistics. I can't even say the word. I'm dreading this. Well, there is a sit down and a stand up on the coaster. You can actually see, I don't know if you can actually work out, but there's 2 different staircases behind me. And if you can make out the writing, one says stand up, one says sit down. Very self-explanatory. One, you are standing up on the ride, and one, you are sitting down. The stand up version of this ride, it does tilt you slightly forwards before you do drop the 177 feet, 54 meters. So it's not the tallest in the UK, but it definitely, for some reason, I find this one the scariest out of them all. Like the Ice Blast at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, it's a walk in the park compared to this one. So I will try and get some footage of it. I'm going to do it earlier in the morning so it's out the way. I don't know what it is with drop towers, I just don't like them. And especially alone, me and my lonesome today, it's going to be quite something to get me on this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Pandemonium, which is the ride just down from us, this one here, you can just see it, is experiencing technical difficulties. It didn't mention why or what it was that it was experiencing technical difficulties, but it is experiencing technical difficulties. So there is a mechanics on site sort of fixing that, technicians they were saying, which is really good that they put that on the 10i. So hopefully that will be back up and running later on today. But I'm going to get on Apocalypse now. It did open in the year 2000 and it cost £2 million to build, so quite an expensive ride, but hopefully well worth it. You'll get my opinion on it afterwards. Once I've been on it, I do love it. It's just the dread of going on it is what gets me. I think it's more in the mind than anything, but I will try and get some off-ride footage as well of both the standing. You've just seen it drop there, but that was towards the back. There is actually, you can actually see, I'm gonna be quiet a minute, and you can just see it going up there now. So these ones are standing up. You can make out that it does tilt right at the top there. And you plummet the 177 feet into the Apocalypse Station building, which does look almost like a volcano. Obviously it's not a volcano, but there is similar ones of its type here in the UK, which they do make them sort of volcanoes. And the new one at Chesterton Worlds of Adventure, obviously nothing like Apocalypse, is an alligator croc drop. So definitely a little bit more family friendly, that one, compared to this one. But I'm going to stop speaking and get myself on. I'm getting very nervous, but I'll see you off the ride, so wish me luck. So I've just come off Apocalypse. Wow, that was intense. What can I say? It's over in seconds. It was over in like 12 seconds if you had the footage. So if you are scared of heights, you could literally close your eyes and it'll be over and done with literally in seconds. What I would mention is, I didn't realise the standing up one, your legs were literally floating in air. So it's not even just standing up, you're literally dangling. And it does sort of lean you forwards. I don't think I'll be going on that today. I might maybe later on gear myself up to go on the standing up version of Apocalypse, but I'm quite proud of myself for going on the sit down version, so that's good as well. And what I would say is Pandemonium over towards here, it is restarted, so they have got it back in operation, which is really, really good today. I might get a ride on that later on. We'll just have to wait and see. The technician is still on the ride, so I don't know if it's 100% back in operation. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm going to make my way back over probably to Adventure Cove to try and get on some of the other rides and attractions which I didn't get on. I only got on the one, which was the coaster Shockwave. There is a lot of other rides and attractions in Adventure Cove, so I'll try and get on as many as I can and get some great off-ride footage, because that is the reason I am here today. I am here to review the new area, Adventure Cove, and hopefully allow you to see all of what it has to offer. I did mention it does have the River Rapids ride. I still haven't asked a member of staff yet, but I will get more information on that and when the opening date is supposed to be. And I don't know if the train is running, but if the train is running, the train actually runs past the River Rapids ride, so we'll be able to get some great footage of it. But I don't know, I didn't see the train running today, so maybe they've got that off for that exact reason, so people like me don't get any footage, any spoilers of the River Rapids ride. But I'll see you over back at Adventure Cove to get on to more amazing rides and attractions here at Drayton Manor. So I'm back over at Adventure Cove now, and I'm just gonna have my first ride on Maelstrom. I always think I'm saying that wrong. I wish they'd changed the name. I don't like it. Is it a shark? I'll have to find out. Gemma did mention, I think she said it was a shark, a Maelstrom. A Maelstrom. She'll be telling us I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, my first ride of the day, I'll try and get some great off-ride footage for you. It is a really good ride here. Very similar to Eagle's Claw, except you're sitting on more of a disc shape. And you're sitting facing out, where Eagle's Claw in Lightwater Valley you're sitting in. I'm just trying to remember if Cyclonator at Poulton's Park, I think you were sitting out on that. So probably more similar to Cyclonator, however I can't remember if you were sitting out. Hello!
Hello!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad.
Fabulous,
Shout out to my YouTube channel.
Oh, fab.
But no, so yeah, it is probably more similar to Cyclonator at he puts off there, Poulton's Park. They are on stilts. They have got quite a few sort of park entertainment here. I did notice they were setting up sort of a stage area at the front of I keep calling it Discovery Cove, Adventure Cove. It's probably for the opening, official opening at 12 o'clock. So I'll try and get some footage of that as well, which would be really, really good. But we'll get some off-ride footage of Maelstrom while I'm on the ride as well. So we'll see you off the ride.
Yeah, that's cool, quick. Mom, you got this one now.
So I am just at the entrance to Adventure Cove. They are going to do a little fanfare opening, like I mentioned, at 12 o'clock. It is nearly 12 o'clock, we're 2 minutes to there, 2 minutes to 12. So hopefully I'll get some great footage of the fanfare for the official opening of Adventure Cove. What I would mention is just been on Maelstrom. It is not a shark name, it's actually the name of a vortex slash whirlpool in the sea or river. So got nothing to do with sharks. It's a whirlpool or a vortex in the sea. I don't know where I got sharks from. I probably just made that up completely out of my head. So no, it's a whirlpool slash vortex in the sea mainly, however they can be in rivers. So hopefully stand by for the grand opening of Adventure Cove, which I keep calling Discovery Cove. Just look at the signs, Adventure Cove. Hopefully it is quite good. They have got the bubble machines going, they've got a lot of characters out for the kids. It's really, really good atmosphere down here at Drayton Manor today. Whoa. So next ride of the day here at I was about to say Discovery Cove, Adventure Cove again. I'm gonna get that right one time. Adventure Cove is Air Racer. Air Racer is manufactured by Zampella, I think. It's an Italian manufacturer, and although the ride itself is quite low to the ground and quite small, it is definitely not for the faint-hearted. I will get some great off-ride footage for you, but it does go upside down multiple times. It does hold it upside down as well, depending on which plane you do pick. But when you get a look at the off-ride footage, you'll see how close to the ground it skims the ground. It looks really, really impressive, actually. Definitely a modern ride here at Drayton Manor. I don't know the year it got installed. I'll try and find that out for you while I'm waiting in the queue line. But definitely a good addition to Adventure Cove. I always say Discovery. Why have I got Discovery Cove in my head? Adventure Cove. It's an amazing addition here at Adventure Cove. It is not a new ride. It has been here for quite a while. Like I say, I don't know when it was installed. I will find that out for you. But I'll get on the ride first and get my review of Air Racer. So I'll see you off the ride. So I have just come off Air Racer. It was a really, really good ride. It does hold you upside down for quite a while, so if you don't like getting held upside down for quite a while, probably not the one for you. However, I really do recommend it. I really like it. And if you don't like heights, it's very low to the ground. I did say it skims the ground. If you've seen that off-ride footage, it literally skimming the ground. Although you don't feel like it because it's almost like the wings are skimming the ground, not you. I think it's a really good ride. I wouldn't say it's that intense. However, if you don't like that feeling of getting held upside down, it is probably not the one for you. And now I've just been passing Shockwave, and Shockwave is actually closed due to technical difficulties. I don't know what it is that's wrong with Shockwave. They have got the technicians, the mechanics here on site trying to fix it. So that is 2 rides that has been down today. That's Shockwave and Pandemonium. They did get Pandemonium straight back up and running. Hopefully they will get Shockwave back up and running very soon. It has been running a car with no one in it, so I've just noticed there they have got people on the actual track, so maybe it is something to do with the lift hill. Maybe the chain lift isn't operating, I don't know though. Just have to wait and see. But like I say, the cars have been running with no one in them, so hopefully that is a positive sign. Maybe they are going to get them back up and running very soon. Like I said, Pandemonium was down for literally 5-10 minutes and they got it back up and running, so that is really good for Drayton Manor. With it being a smaller park, it's not part of the massive chain that is Merlin Entertainment. It's still good that they're trying to get all the rides and attractions operating every day, so that's good. Another thing that I would mention is I have spoke to the staff member. The River Rapid ride is not opening today. I have got a little bit of footage for you of the entrance, peering through the fence behind me. The fence here, that red fence, it is up. It is not supposed to be opening anytime soon, is what I got told. However, I didn't get told a date, which is a bit of a shame. But that's everything I think in I'm still calling it Discovery Cove, Adventure Cove. Yeah, I think that's everything in Adventure Cove. I am now going to do a food review in the chicken diner right behind me, so hopefully I'm quite excited for that. I am starving, so hopefully it is good food and reasonable food. But we'll get that in the food review, and we'll do a mark out of 10, 10 being amazing, 0 being absolutely terrible. I don't think it'll be terrible, so I'm hoping for really good food. I'm hoping for like a 7 plus on my food review. But it is the first time I've been at this chicken diner. I don't know if it was here when I was last here or if they've just rethemed it. It does look really new. So if anyone does know if the chicken diner was a thing, please let me know down in the comments below. But we'll see you over at the chicken diner. So I am sitting down in the chicken diner for the very first time, I may add, and it has come to a grand total of £12.40, and I'll just show you what £12.40 got me. It was supposed to be 6 chicken nuggets, I've actually given 7, which actually isn't too bad because they did charge me for the ketchup, which I didn't realise, otherwise I wouldn't have got it. I got a large fries, which are the curly fries, they call them the twisters, and a Fanta orange. So it came to £12.40. Just a price breakdown, the 6 chicken nuggets were £6, the large twisters, our curly fries, were £3.25, the Fanta was £2.80, and the ketchup was a whopping 35 pence. So I'm going to eat it now. They do actually taste really, really nice. I've tried the twisters, or the curly fries, they're really nice. The chicken nuggets do look quite good as well. Obviously, some people would say this is quite pricey for what it is. I do really expect that, to be honest, at a theme park. It's pretty reasonable, nothing out of the blue there for theme park food. They do obviously charge a premium when you're coming inside the gates, because there's nowhere else you can go. I suppose you could bring your own picnic, which is recommended, I suppose. If you did have a large family, it would cost a lot of money. That is £12 just for me. So could you imagine if you had 10 people coming as a group, or I mean sometimes a group you could have over 20 people, and if you are paying for quite a few of them, it's going to rack up seriously. You're going to be into the £100, treble digits very quickly, especially when they're charging 35 pence for ketchup. It all adds up, all the pennies add up. So I'm going to eat this now, and then I'll give it a rating out of 10, 10 being amazing, 0 being terrible. So we'll see, and it looking, including the price, I'm saying about a 6 or 7 now, but we'll see after food and see what my review is of the chicken diner here at Drayton Manor. So I have just finished my food here at the chicken diner. I would rate it. It was actually quite tasty. It did have some seasoning on the twisty fries, or twirly fries, or curly fries, they call them twisters or twirlies. There was quite a lot of seasoning. The chicken nuggets actually tasted like chicken, unlike some theme parks or well-known restaurants that actually did taste like chicken. So I do recommend coming to the chicken diner if you're definitely a chicken lover anyway. If you don't like chicken, maybe give it a miss. I did say it was £12.40 or 30 for the meal that I had, which was supposed to be 6 chicken nuggets, curly fries and a drink, and ketchup, 35p. Rip. So it was quite reasonable. It's what you do expect at a theme park. Food, I would probably rate it an all-round, I would have probably give it an 8 if it didn't charge me for that ketchup, because the charge for the ketchup, I'm knocking them down to a 7. So overall a 7 here at the chicken diner, which is about reasonable for a theme park. Nothing major, it didn't blow me away, but it also didn't make me go buh. And it also didn't damage as much my bank account, which it could do. I mean, there is some places which are absolutely ridiculous. This one isn't one. It has just started to rain here now, so I'm going to try and stay under cover as much as I can while the rain passes. It does look like it's just going to be a shower. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get over to Pandemonium at the other end of the park, next to Apocalypse, which was closed. I'm going to try and get over there because it's definitely in operation. I can see it going there. And hopefully get on Accelerator, which is the other coaster here at Drayton Manor. We'll try and get on that as well while we're over that end of the park. And I would just mention, if you are coming to the chicken diner, it's definitely worth it, especially if it's a nice day. Sitting outside, I'm sitting outside here and I can see Stormforce 10, I can see Apocalypse, I can see Pandemonium, I can see just about the entire of Adventure Cove. I got it right, it's not Discovery Cove, Adventure Cove, I got it right for the first time. I can see Shockwave over to the right of us here, so it is a really good place to sit, even if people watch, just to look at the rides and attractions that Drayton Manor has to offer. It's a really good place just to sit and watch the day go by. So if you're not really interested in the rides but you just like watching them, definitely get yourself down to the chicken diner on the terrace or just outside. They've got lots of seats and you can sort of just take in the atmosphere here at Adventure Cove. So we're going to wait until the rain stops, hopefully, fingers crossed it does, and we'll make our way over to Pandemonium and then Accelerator over at the other end of the park. So we'll see you over there. So I am over here at Accelerator. I'm going to do Accelerator first because it is still spitting on rain, and hopefully while I'm going through the queue line inside Accelerator, hopefully it'll have stopped so I can get on Pandemonium. I was going to call it Pandemic, I think we've had enough of pandemics. Pandemonium afterwards. So just a little bit facts and statistics on Accelerator. It is, you might see it going round behind me there. Hold on, there it goes. It is a family boomerang coaster, so it's nothing strenuous, nothing really thrilling. It's a one for the entire family. You can get on it. All the smaller kids can come on this one as well. And when we say a boomerang coaster, basically what happens is it takes you up a lift hill. You go up backwards up the lift hill. It gets you to the top, and then it releases you. You come back through the station, and then you go through with the circuit. You go up sort of a hill but don't get to the top, and then gravity pulls you back down, and you've got enough speed to get back to the station. So it's a boomerang. So just when you had a boomerang when you were a kid, you used to hoy the boomerang out and it used to come back to you. Basically that's what the concept of the coaster is. So if someone isn't familiar with a boomerang coaster, that's what it is. There is different types of boomerang coasters around the country and around the world. This one, like I said, is family model, so it's nothing too major. So I'll get myself on this. I'll try and get some good off-ride footage for you, and then we'll head over to Pandemonium, which is just in the background there. It was operating, so fingers crossed it's still operating when I come off Accelerator. So we'll see it off the ride. And I've just remembered, Accelerator did used to be Ben 10, the roller coaster Ben 10. So if you have been to Drayton Manor and you're wondering where has the Ben 10 roller coaster gone, all the theming has been dropped, and they've got the Accelerator sort of car theming in the station. It is actually really, really good, but you can still see sort of some of the remnants of the Ben 10 theming, which if the eagle-eyed viewers will be able to see. So I'll try and get some footage of inside the station for you, because it is a really well themed station queue line before we get on the ride, and then get some great off-ride footage as well. So we'll see you off the ride. So I have just come off Accelerator, a really nippy ride, really good, definitely a family coaster here at Drayton Manor. They have really only got the one frill coaster, which is Shockwave, but Accelerator definitely worth coming on if you are down here. What I would say is its first section, as you're going forward, is a lot quicker than the backwards section when you're going backwards. However, if you're not knowing the direction, it's still quite a good segment of the ride. It is over quite quickly, so if you're not a fan of coasters, it's over and done with really quickly. However, what I would say is it's really tame, so even people which aren't a fan of coasters can come on Accelerator. I was going to go on Pandemonium, which is behind me. However, it is down for technical difficulties again, which is a real shame. Hopefully, there's Accelerator away. It is a real shame for Pandemonium because I was hoping to get on it now. So what I might do, when I was last here, they were making the penguin enclosure in the zoo, so that was the only thing I didn't actually see. So it might be worth me heading to the zoo now to see if the penguin enclosure has actually been built and the penguins are on show. I'm not really going to touch on the rest of the zoo. I'm going to do that in another vlog when I do come back down, hopefully later in the year. But I will touch and see if the penguins are there, because it was, like I said, getting constructed, and I did say when I was next down I would visit the penguin enclosure. And then I'm going to get on some of the other rides and attractions, the smaller rides and attractions, and show you some off-ride footage of the other smaller rides and attractions here at Drayton Manor, and hopefully get you a great overview of what Drayton Manor has to offer. And hopefully if Pandemonium is back open, I'll get on Pandemonium as well. And I might go on Apocalypse standing up, but I'm not quite feeling it at the minute. My food's still like settling in my stomach, so I might not at the same time. But no, so we'll see you hopefully over at the penguin enclosure. So we are heading into the zoo, Drayton Manor Zoo. I did mention that Drayton Manor isn't just a theme park, it is also a zoo as well. And if you're wondering where the zoo is located in Drayton Manor, it's as soon as you come through the gate, you've got Thomas Land on your left hand side. The next thing after Thomas Land is the zoo. So it is just round from Thomas Land. And the first animal that you can see is the meerkat experience. I did mention I'm not gonna go into great detail in the zoo. You've got the reptile house on the right hand side. I do have full footage of the zoo at Drayton Manor. I'm just gonna see, I don't think the meerkats are out at all, but I do have full footage of the zoo on my other vlog from last year. So if you want to check that out, you are more than welcome to. I also have other zoos such as Edinburgh Zoo and Flamingo Land. So unfortunately the penguin enclosure has disappeared. I didn't even know there was no boarding. It's last time I was there was boards up saying that it was going to be a penguin enclosure opening for the 2021 season, I think it was. There was nothing like that where the boards were, so I don't know if there was boarding up, but it just had no signage. So maybe they've decided not to go with the penguins, I don't know. So hopefully someone will know. Put a comment below if you know what's happened to the Drayton Manor penguins. But I did get some really good footage of the lynx, so hopefully you enjoyed that. They got up really close because they weren't really that active the last time I was here. And unfortunately I did try and find the tiger, because last time we were here the tiger wasn't out, but there was no sign of the tiger either. I'm just wondering if they've even got a tiger, because every time I'm here there's no tiger, and now there's no penguins. But no, it's definitely a really, really good zoo. It is a smaller zoo, however, definitely worth coming down and quite reasonable in with a ticket. I think I paid £28.90 to come today, which is really reasonable, especially when I'm getting all the theme park element as well as the zoo element as well. So definitely, it's a bit like Flamingoland. However, Flamingoland's tickets are a lot more expensive than Drayton Manor's tickets. So I would probably recommend Drayton Manor over the reasonable priced or reasonability price of the ticket. However, what I would say is Flamingoland does cut the sort of thrill ride, has more thrill rides, should I say, than Drayton Manor. So if you do want more of a thrill, get yourself to Flamingoland. However, if you just want more of a chill day, get yourself to Drayton Manor, which does have a sprinkling of thrill rides as well. So I'm going to try and see if Pandemonium is open. I highly doubt it, because I've only been in the zoo literally a matter of 10-15 minutes. But I will see if it's open, and if not, I'll just get a general overview of the park. And I will get myself down to Thomas Land to show a general overview of Thomas Land as well, which is really, really good for the kids. It does win quite a lot of awards for the kids, so the younger family can come to Thomas Land. It's the equivalent of Drayton Manor. It's the equivalent. It is at Drayton Manor, but it's the equivalent of Nickelodeon Land at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, or CBeebies World or CBeebies Land at Alton Towers, or Peppa Pig World at Poulton's Park. It's Drayton Manor's own kid-friendly area of the park. Really, really well themed, and if your kids love Thomas the Tank Engine, it is going to be like their dream. So we'll get over there as well. So we'll see you over there. So just on my travels, I do see Pandemonium running, so I'm going to try and see if it is operating or if it's just testing. If it is operating, I'll get a ride on Pandemonium, and I'll try and get some great off-ride footage as well for you. And that will be the last major thrill ride here at Drayton Manor today, and then hopefully I'll get some footage of Thomas Land and a closing down / summary brief speech at the end. So we'll see you off Pandemonium. Unfortunately, Pandemonium is still closed. They have stopped testing it currently, but they are still working on it. So I couldn't get even any footage of the ride in operation. The man or the operator did not know when it was going to be back up and running. He didn't actually confirm if it would even be back up and running today. They have had ongoing problems with it throughout the day. It has been off and on all day, which is a shame, but at least they're still trying to fix it. but the heavens have opened here at Drayton Manor. It is absolutely soaking, as you can tell. There's no need to go on storm surge today. You'll get soaked just standing here. But I'm heading towards Thomas Land now. I hope to get you some footage of the land and the area itself, and hopefully get some amazing footage of the attractions that Thomas Land has to offer. So we'll see you over at Thomas Land. So this is us in Thomas Land now, and just look at how amazing the theming is. It's almost like you've walked in to one of the books or one of the films on TV. There is a train, and it does take you to the zoo. I will try and get some footage of it later. We've got a small little Miami ride, which is one of the Thomas buses. The cars there going round like the little monorail. A little carousel over in the far corner. Some car ride, which does take you inside as well as out. It is really well themed here. Got the little helicopter ride over there, which does go up the tower. And I actually mentioned that there was only 3 roller coasters here. There is actually a 4th here in Thomas Land, which I completely forgot about. And it is probably one of the best small coasters for younger people. We've got a little drop tower as well, the little crane. And here is Thomas himself. And I think Thomas is about to chug his way down the track, and it goes through that tunnel and ends up at the zoo. And just like that, the day is at an end here at Drayton Manor. It has been a really good day. Unfortunately, the weather hasn't held up. We are absolutely drenched. You just need to take a look at this here, Christ. The camera is destroyed. That is all the, what's the word, condensation, all this cloudiness on the camera. God, I hope it comes off. I'm sure it will. It'll just need a night in the dryer, probably. Overall today has been really good. The opening of Adventure Cove, not Discovery Cove, Adventure Cove, was a really good success apart from the weather. Oh, a massive puddle here. I am walking to the car. I was going to do it in front of the park entrance, but I thought no, I'll get absolutely drenched just doing the video. So at least while I'm walking to the car, I can do the closing down speech. Touching on the coronavirus / COVID-19 measures, they have sort of relaxed them, still kept the signage up. They've got some of the hand sanitizers. They weren't enforcing the face masks. You don't need to enforce that now. It's the UK government has sort of dropped that. They are advised, and they're still probably advised them. However, they're not enforced. So if you're worrying about should you bring a face mask, you don't need a face mask to ride the ride, and you don't need a face mask to go into the restaurants or the shops. Touching on the ride, or should we touch on just Adventure Cove, not Discovery Cove? Obviously it's not a complete new area, So some people will say, well, it's not really worth coming just for like one extra ride or two new rides. And the rapid ride wasn't operating today, which was a shame. I was expecting that to be in operation today. I don't know when it's going to be in operation. I didn't get a date, but hopefully it's going to be sometime this year. They are working on it still. I did get told by one of the staff members that they were busy working on it, so it was getting constructed. I did mention that wasn't a brand new ride, but I don't know if they're going to be tweaking the layout slightly, so that might be an interesting thing. The train wasn't running today. Well, this train is, the atomic tank engine train is, but the train which runs round Adventure Cove isn't running today, which was a shame because I could have got some footage of the River Rapids ride on the train. But I think for that reason, because it's going through a construction site, they've decided, no, they're going to close the train for now. So I'm assuming when the River Rapids ride does open, the train ride will open as well. And then that will be all of the Adventure Cove rides open. So hopefully the footage comes out okay. I know it has been slightly hitty-missy with the weather, and I've just give up now, so it'll probably be accurate. I'm just looking at the screen, it is complete washout. But I've had a really good day. I have enjoyed myself. Like I said, I didn't really touch on the zoo. Drayton Manor has a massive zoo. I say massive zoo, it has a zoo. I wouldn't say it's massive, but maybe it has a really good zoo. Lots of different animals, reptile house, loads of different animals from all across the world. So definitely, and it's really reasonable for the ticket price as well. So I definitely recommend coming to Drayton Manor if you are ever in the area. Really good for the younger kids with Thomas Land. I did touch on Thomas Land and all the attractions it had. Didn't go into great detail with the weather being so crap. Pandemonium and the ride operations, should I say. Pandemonium never got back up and running when I was at the park. It's 4 o'clock now, so I can't see it. I mean, it might operate, but the park closes at 6, so it's open for another 2 hours. They might get it up and running, but it has been down for quite a lot of the day. It's been started again, closed, started, closed, started, closed, so at least they're trying to get it in operation. I don't actually know what the problem was with Pandemonium, but the mechanics were there trying to fix it, or the technicians, should we say. Shockwave had been down for a little bit, but they got it straight back up and running, which is really, really good to see, because that is the major roller coaster here at Drayton Manor. So it's good that they're keeping that ride open as well. And all that's left to say is I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Hopefully we'll get down some point this year to overview the zoo, hopefully get on Pandemonium, maybe get on Apocalypse standing up. I wasn't brave enough to do it myself, but hopefully I will be able to do it when someone is with us and they can join in on the fun of us standing up on Apocalypse. But no, it is my fear. Height, I wouldn't say height is my fear, it's just drop towers is my fear. I can go on as high as roller coasters as possible, it doesn't bother us, but drop towers, for some reason it's in the mind, it just gets us. But all I have to say is please please subscribe. I'm trying to get that 1,000 subscriber mark, so if you could subscribe that would be really, really good. If you like this video, please give us a like. Comment on anything that we've missed or anything that you want to see. Another wet me by the looks of it. I'm absolutely drenched. And I'm going to cut it short and sweet. And thank you for watching the United Kingdom Attraction channel. And our next vlog will be M&D's in Scotland and Blair Drummond Safari Park, so please stay tuned for them. And the one before that we've just done is Alton Towers, Fantasy Island, Flamingo Land and Blackpool Pleasure Beach, so you can go and check them out now if you've enjoyed this vlog. So we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.